Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Good.
I'm well, thank you. I wanted to do a public records request, but I also wanted to see, because I'm sure it's something you have here in like a handbook of the state troopers ID policy. Like if
Come
you,
on back.
oh sure, thank you. If you started talking to me and then told me to do something like go stand over there, your policy as to ID, and I'm sure that's something you would have
I have your seat right there.
available with you that I could just take a picture of instead of actually doing a public records request.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer you to the Tennessee Department of Safety Legal Division.
Okay.
They'll let you speak to them. What's your name, ma'am?
Let me turn this off.
Wanting to do a public records request on our policies. I'm referring her to your office. What avenue would you like for me to point her toward? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. 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 That she needs to send it to you. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Thank you, man. Bye-bye.
To your knowledge, is it policy that if an officer begins speaking to you and then gives you directives, that if I ask their name and employee number or badge number, depending on where you are, that they do? Is that your understanding, whether or not I find out that's policy or not through them?
Yes, ma'am. We always identify ourselves.
Okay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know that to be true, but I wanted to get it actually in writing, you know,
Sure.
yeah, to get the actual policy. So, what do I need to do?
I'm waiting on the email from our legal division,
Okay.
and she is sending us a form and a web link that you'll need to complete. And you can email it back to her, or you can complete it and give it to me, and I'll see that she gets it.
I would rather do that if I have to show my license, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to show up wherever they would need my driver's license. And so I don't know if they would need my ID for that. If I do that here, what do you think? Because I would love to fill it out here and just take care of it if I can.
Sure. And
Okay.
that's what we'll do.
Great, thank you. What counties does District 6 cover?
It covers the Upper Cumberland region. We have 15 counties.
15?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm curious how long, since it's something so simple, they could just email me a copy of it. I just wonder how long it will take them, since we're going to send the information now. Because I would love to just get a picture of the page of the policy.
Well, they have up to 10 days to respond.
Yeah. hopefully, I wish they would just do it since it's simple as opening the book and looking at it, you know.
Sure.
And I just need it by email instead of mail or something like that. So I hope they don't take a long time. So you need, are you only hiring someone to do the, like the,
Oh, no,
the molding?
No, we're carpet and molding and paint and cabinetry.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm glad you brought it up. When you have something like that that you need worked on, do you accept silent bids, or do you have certain contractors you work with?
Well, we generally go through, we get local contractors, and we have to get, if it's over and above a certain amount, then we have to get 3 bids. And so that's what we did. So it's a very fair process that we have to go through.
Okay, you said if it's above, if it's not above a certain amount. Say, do you go to one particular place first and say, hey, can you do it for this much?
We have a facility manager that takes care of the facility.
Uh-huh.
And they take care of those things.
Is that
Lang LaSalle is our facility manager.
Okay, because I am very curious to that, because I think when it comes to any kind of project like that taxpayer funds pay for, I think that companies should be able to offer silent bids and then accept the lowest bid, and that way there's no preferential treatment.
When you say a silent bid, what do you mean by a silent bid?
I mean by allowing people to come see what needs to be done, and then them give you an offer of how much they would pay. I mean, how much they would charge to do the same job. Like
yeah, and we do that.
You do that?
We do that, yeah.
Okay. As like my parents bought a house from government-owned property that hadn't been utilized in decades, but it was still a usable house. So they just said silent bids. Whatever offers the highest will take.
Well, I don't know what you mean by a silent bid.
Where you don't tell people, like.
Well, no, you don't tell people. You tell the people that you're doing the work for.
Exactly.
Like us.
Right, but you don't
So
announce.
It's not announced to other bidders.
Right, that's what I'm saying, is to where another company couldn't say, well, if he'll do it for 1,000, I'll do it for 800.
Yeah, that's not right at all.
Exactly. That's why I'm just curious to what the method is.
Oh, it's a very fair process. I mean,
Okay.
we get 3 bids, but Jones, the smaller jobs, this particular job was covered by insurance.
That's great.
But we still got bidders to do the job.
Yeah.
And went with the lowest bid. But as soon as the form comes through, then I'll get back to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll forward this to our legal division.
Uh-huh.
And we'll go from there.
Thank you so much for your help.
All right,
I came here in lieu of anywhere else because you were so nice before. I wanted to deal with you. So,
Okay, ma'am.
thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, the reason I did this was the video titled THP, or Tennessee State Highway Patrol, doesn't know the Constitution. It's where I covered a wreck in Wilson County, and it was a lady patrol person, and I asked her over and over. Her name is Officer Sullivan, and she refused to ID. So I called their internal affairs or Office of Professional Responsibility, whatever. Theirs, I think, is called Internal Affairs. And anyway, I made a complaint. I got a complaint back saying that it was unfounded. So we all know better than that. And so I've come and I asked him, it'll be in the video. He said, yes, we do. But I public requested a copy of their policy because it will also clarify. I asked if I just approach a trooper and just say, hey, could I get your name and or badge number? Is it their policy to do so? If they engage in conversation with me, ask me questions and give me directions, do they have to identify to me? We all know the answer is yes, and he said yes, but I'm going to get the policy. When I get the policy, I'm going to find out the supervisor of the guy who investigated her and found it unfounded, and I'm going to make a complaint against him, and I'm going to say this is the thin blue line covering up for each other, because clearly here's the policy that she wouldn't ID, clearly here's the video where she refused to ID. It took her supervisor to give me her name, so I'll file a complaint against him of being part of that thin blue freaking line, like that red one, but that's for not for them, because it's BS, and I'm not going to let them run over me like that. It's not going to happen. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and when I get it, they have to respond within 10 days. Since I'm getting it by email, it shouldn't take as long to get the policy. And then I will make a video of the response that I get of the policy, and I'll make a video of me filing a complaint against Internal Affairs and dealing with it that way. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep them in check, man. They need to be held accountable. They're there to hold us accountable. You hold these people accountable. I can't believe they're trying to defend that woman when it's policy that she IDs herself. It's ridiculous. So anyway, fight for our rights.